Good afternoon, YouTube. Welcome back to another video with a guy and his projects. Today we are working on the 2006 Jeep Commander 5.7 liter limited, and we are upgrading the headlight housings and headlamps. So if you remember from the intro, I kind of showed you that this side got hit by a deer at some point, or they hit a deer, whatever. They repaired it, put a new headlamp housing on this side. However, this side they left the old faded style, and I hate that look. I hate having a clean one and a dirty one. We left the Expedition that way for years. Finally just did that one recently, and now we're going to rectify this situation. Now, when we rectify it, you have options. You can get all kinds of different styles. These are just clear chrome all the way around, and it kind of fits the Jeep. I don't like blackout style, but I do like black accents, so I bought these guys. So these are not smoked. These are just black backing, so black plastic instead of chrome plastic, and they just kind of look more appeasing to myself. So that's what we're putting in. I will link them down below. I'm also taking advantage of having the system out, and we're going to put brand new headlights in with it. I believe the 9005s are your high beam and 6s are your low beams. I might have that backwards. We'll find out when we get there. These headlamps housings do come with new indicator lights and running lights, just not the high and lows. So I will link everything I bought here down below, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to replace these right now. I'm going to replace these and show you how I replace them, right or wrong. It's how I'm doing it. So we're gonna go ahead and get to it. I do have the 2-post lift. You do not need this. From what I can tell, it looks like we're gonna have to get in front of this tire. So you may find it behoovial to jack up the front end and pull the tires off. We might, I don't know, I haven't done it yet. We're gonna find out. You might be able to just turn the wheel inside or outside to get access. I really don't know, but we're gonna find out. So first thing we're gonna do is pop is your hood. Oh! Ding. All right, so there's a couple things that have to happen here. The headlamp housing to get out, it looks like is bolted in. So if we look at, always look at your new parts. So you've got a tab down here and a tab down there, which you have to access clearly. One right here, one right here. It don't look like we're going to be accessing that. You can push this down. I don't know that you can push it down enough. Those tabs go down a long ways. So we're going to go ahead and pull the bumper off. In order to do that, from what it looks like, these are just your covers. Those are going to come off. Looks like we're going to end up taking this big plastic dealio off here, which is pretty easy. We got all these tabs. If you've never taken one of these tabs off, I don't know where you've been, but pretty much all vehicles on the road today are held together by plastic tabs. I'm going to see if this will just come out here. Oh wow, that comes off easy. That just pulls out. Not really any retaining tabs, and this grill's actually broken. So if you'll see, you've got tab. These two tabs have been broken off, probably when they hit the deer, I would imagine. So interesting. Maybe we'll get a new grill someday. Oh, maybe I'll get one with black accent, more black to match the new headlights. All right, so that seems to have gotten us somewhere. Don't know quite where. I'm gonna guess we need to take these bolts out right here. Those are not bolts, those are more rivets. This is a bolt. We got 10mm right there. Let's grab that one. We'll pull this one out. Then we're gonna pop these guys out just like the other ones. Okay, so now I believe we get to the point where we have to get into this little access panel here maybe to release. I had to look it up. There's a little clip in here you have to release, and you release it through this access panel, which has these two clips. I'm gonna go ahead and get the suspension unloaded. Just like the other ones. Crunchy, man. Too many shadows, I can't see. Get out of there. Sure, something like that. Alright. Oh, there's 3 of them. Lord have mercy. Wow, this is thin plastic. So it looks like the thing holding this together, the bumper, is what's got to come out. So looks like it's just a couple squeezed together tabs and pop. Looks like there's one that squeezes together. You can start popping it out. Put your fingers in there so you don't lose your progress, I think. 2. Maybe there's a third. Yep, and there's a third up here. Ugh. Now that's apart, so I'm gonna go do the same thing on the other side. I'll be right back. Okay, so now we're gonna go under, and we got 2 10mm here. Drop that guy. We might be at a point where this will just kind of slide off. Maybe. What's still holding you? So on this side, there's a little Phillips screw holding it. The other side is just a clip, which means this is probably broken and somebody fixed it with a screw. So let me unscrew this one. This side, it just pop tab. This side, Phillips screw for me, probably not for you. Let's see if I can get in there. Okay, now there we go. So now we are free. Wow, this is all broken too. I think it might be time to build a bumper. But not today, I have no steel today. Yeah, this is all broken up too. They didn't replace it when they hit the deer. So we're gonna go ahead and zing this guy out, because it looks like that needs to be taken off. And we're gonna go down here to this guy. And then we're gonna go down here to this guy if we can reach it. I might just get a long extension, hold on. All right, and then maybe we can just go through the slot here. A little overkill, I know, but who cares? So it looks like all of this just needs to be unplugged right here. Oh, she's a little dry. There we go. Now we need to see which one is the 9005 and which one is the 9007. Because I don't know. So the 9005 bulb goes down here, the 9006 goes up top. It's one of those things you want to be careful with. You don't really want to put your greasy fingers on this. This thing gets really hot. You put greasy fingers on it, it's going to get nasty and then blow up. Oops. How are you supposed to know which one of these is low beam and which one's high beam? Well, it says right there, low beam. Okay, so apparently the lower bulb is your high beam. So that's gonna be this one, your 9005, apparently. Based off of Sylvania's website and what that thing looked like. Now we need the 9006 up top. Dang, we're trying not to scratch anything throughout this whole process. Oh hey, that fits way better too. So theoretically, this is your low beam, apparently. So we're gonna plug that in. And now we are at a place where we can kind of put this back in its place. Take our saran wrap off. Make sure all your wires are out of your way screw holes. Which this wire does not fit as well as the other wires did. Might have to be a little closer. That's a bummer. Oh yeah, way less wire to play with here. Currently that's how that looks. It's a little darker than I anticipated, but we're also in the dark at the moment. So that's that one versus that one. I'll show you in a minute what difference that looks. As far as bolting this thing back together, we're gonna do our best to put the screws in the same holes they came out of. And I don't want to crank these tight until they're all started. I want to get it close. Oh. This one we're gonna have to do a little alignment because it's a little off. There it goes. All right, I'm gonna do the driver's side and then I'll show you how it all works. So we're gonna go ahead and put this back together. Pretty simple, I think, as far as should just go back the way it came off, right? So we're just gonna pick this up. I think, looking at it off camera, I was sitting here staring at this for a minute. I think we are gonna build our own bumper. When I say build our own, I mean I'm gonna fabricate it. I'm not a fabricator, but I want to fabricate it. So we're gonna cross that adventure here in a bit, but not today, obviously. No steel, no plan. I don't normally have plans, but you know, no steel. So now You get all this back lined up, and this is going to kind of just slide into place. Pull this cover out of the way so that it can then slide in. And then this one was the one that was screwed in place, but we still want to get it popped to where it goes. And I think I want to put all these holes back in, the bottom bolts, and then we'll screw that screw back in. So for the bottom, I just had these two 10mm. Find the hole, get her in. Alright. Okay, those two are in. We'll get these guys back in. These are those weird push rivets that I don't care for. That's what came out, so that's what we're going to put back in. We're going to slide them into place, use the back of our puller and push in place. Alright, now we're going to screw this screw back in. If we can. Alright, so then these tabs, if you get them around, should theoretically just pop right back in like they came out, only easier. That sounded like a break, didn't sound like going together, but then I think we're at the point where the grill goes back on. We do build a bumper. I kind of want to do a winch bumper, kind of like the WJ, only actually do it myself. The WJ is the one I bought off somebody else that somebody else had jacked up. There we go. Let's close the hood. Alright, so I'll show you the profile. I actually like it. I was afraid it'd be too dark. It definitely sticks out because it's definitely darker. Rarely do I like the chrome versions better. And I'm kind of split on whether I actually like the chrome version or the black backing version on this. The darker yellow I definitely like better. But let's see how this does with headlights. So there is headlights. So your low beams are your high beams, or your highlights. So your highlights are low, your low lights are highs, if that makes sense. No, it doesn't, Jeremy, I know. So your highs, boop. Now you got your low, your high, your high, and of course you have your standard running lights. You want to make sure that your blinker works. Alright, key on. We can see it flashing in the garage door there. So this is alternating this one and this one. That's kind of cool, I like that. Alright guys, there it is. That's all it takes to do a little upgrade on your Jeep Commander. This is pretty simple. All in all, I probably just spent 45 minutes from start to finish. That includes playing around with you guys. Figuring out there's a bunch of broken stuff, staring at it, trying to imagine a steel bumper that I might make here shortly. There's plenty of room to make a steel bumper, to put a winch on and everything else, so probably the way we're gonna go. So yeah, pretty easy. I will link the housings I use, the lights I use, all that stuff down below. Remember, if you click on the Amazon links and buy stuff, even if it's not the stuff I linked, I make a small commission. You're spending the same amount of money regardless, so help a guy out. Buy your stuff through my links. Also, there's PayPal and Zelle links down below if you want to donate directly to the channel to keep doing all these tutorials and DIY stuff. Plus, it helps my morale, and my morale is pretty nice to help, in my opinion. So, guys, let me know how you're doing today. I'm doing fantastic, by the way. Leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, share with your friends. Set my channel up on loop while you sleep. I'll keep you asleep all night long. Views help. Anywho, where was I think that's about it. So you guys have a great afternoon. We'll see you later. Adios.